Welcome back, folks. Now, because of the Thanksgiving holiday, this was recorded a little earlier than usual. So, for the latest breaking news, always check al.com and al.com/news. Today is Friday, November 28th, 2025. Born on this date in 1929, gospel singer who made his mark with the Blind Boys of Alabama, Clarence Fountain of Tyler, passed away in 2018. He was the group's frontman. The Grand Ole Opry turns 100 years old today. It began broadcasting on November 28th, 1925. It started as a radio show on WSM called The Barn Dance with a 77-year-old fiddler named Uncle Jimmy Thompson. Today we have a woman accused of trying to kill her husband. Whatever happened to some big plans at the home of the Trash Pandas, an update on Nick Saban's automobile selling career, and a pair of Canadians who were pretty impressed by some good Alabama manners. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Earlier this week, a Coleman lawyer was arrested and accused of trying to poison her husband by putting fentanyl in his food, reports AL.com's Carol Robinson. Sarah Baker is facing 11 felony charges: conspiracy to commit murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, second-degree domestic violence, elderly abuse, 4 counts of soliciting/possessing a controlled substance, and unlawful distribution of a controlled substance. Authorities claim that she put fentanyl into his food and or drink on September 4th, 12th, and 20th. She was released on a $400,000 property bond. A long-planned Madison development linking a 150-room Margaritaville hotel and Toyota Field with a lazy river no longer has City of Madison money reserved for it, reports AL.com's Megan Plotka. Now, it was part of the plan for Town Madison back in 2018, as the stadium was being built to accommodate the new Rocket City Trash Pandas. Then came COVID-19 and supply chain problems and inflation. And recently, the city council voted to take the money it had set aside and put it into renovations to Toyota Field and Town Madison. Now, part of the renovations that they're going to do are to meet Major League Baseball standards, which now include locker rooms for women umpires. The city decided to also add more retail space for Town Madison, taking the total cost to the city to $7 million. Using revenue from Toyota Field and a lodging tax, along with the former Margaritaville hotel-related money, Madison doesn't have to take out a bond to pay for the work. Nick Saban's automotive group just expanded its portfolio at a cost of $151 million, reports AL.com's William Thornton. Now, that's how much Dream Motor Group paid for Toyota of Montgomery and Lexus of Montgomery. The group now has 9 dealerships in Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Florida, and Tennessee. Saban's a full-time minority partner in the venture. Now, according to Forbes, he speaks with Joe Agresti, who runs the day-to-day operations and is the majority owner, upwards of 3 times a day. Well, the owners of a Nova Scotia burger joint said their faith in humanity was restored by an extremely responsible accidental customer in Warrior, Alabama, reports AL.com's Heather Gann. Now, for those who didn't get too far in geography in school, Nova Scotia is in Canada. Someone in Warrior placed an order with Bentley's Burgers and Fries in Nova Scotia while thinking they were ordering from a far more local establishment. Of course, they didn't make the pickup, but decent Alabama folks aren't about to have someone else pay for their mistake. So Bentley's owners, Darcy and Laura Clark, received an envelope this month with $40 in cash and the following unsigned note. Quote, I was unable to pick up the food because I live in the USA. Obviously, I called the wrong restaurant. I hope the amount enclosed is enough to cover the cost of my embarrassing mistake. My sincerest apologies. God bless. End quote. Now, it touched the couple, who said in a Facebook post that the honesty and sincerity warmed our hearts. Laura Clark went on the Canadian radio show As It Happens and said the $40 was more than enough. So she and her husband will use the windfall to give out some free ice cream to kids who visit their other establishment, an ice cream shop, come summertime. Darcy said, quote, "My jaw hit the floor. Hope for humanity yet." He also said they'll be sending some of their Bentley Spice to the return address. That's folks being folks. Thanks everybody out there for listening to us. Have a great weekend. We're going to be back here Monday. Until then, y'all come by and see us anytime you want to on the World Wide Web at al.com.